This is a review of Jett Rider, Reduce, Reuse, and Blast It Off. It's available on PC, PS4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles, and Nintendo Switch. The version I'm playing for this review is the Xbox version with the gameplay captured from a Series S. Jett Rider is a side-scrolling 2D shooter which borrows elements from a lot of different genres but wraps them up nicely in a really fun, challenging, but well-balanced package. You will assume the role of Jett, a space sweeper sent out to recycle the wreckage of an AC-137 cargo ship. But while on this mission, notices things have gone awry on the planet of Gravos. The story that will ensue had some very funny dialogue, twists and turns, and kept me interested throughout. It's not a story that takes itself seriously, and it's all the better for it. With funny dialogue and banter taking place between the pivotal characters and culminating in a way that's almost guaranteed to make you laugh, or at the very least, smile. The game also opens the story in a way that I don't see very many games go, and that's where you are technically viewing what's happened after the events of the game. You'll then be thrust into action with the premise being you are retelling the events that preceded what you're currently seeing in the opening. For some, that might feel a bit weird, but it's done well enough and it preps you for what's to come. Or does it? The opening section of the game serves as a proper tutorial for controlling your spaceman. It gets you acclimated with the basics without overstaying its welcome before cutting you loose. Jett starts off with a jetpack, which is a pivotal aspect of the gameplay as you can use it to fly around and hover provided you have the adequate power to do so. Your jetpack power will recharge slowly over time and have a small total capacity to start off, but there's plenty of upgrades over the course of your journey. The main form of combat throughout the game is with various guns you can acquire and upgrade by spending currency that you'll earn by collecting crystals or recycling scrap at designated recycle centers. Jett can carry 2 weapons with him at a time, but they can be easily swapped in and out at the many shops that accompany your save points scattered about during your journey. There's such a wide variety of guns to choose from as you unlock more by collecting weapon coupons during your journey that you'll truly be able to customize your loadout to your tastes. Some weapons double up by having the ability to destroy environmental obstacles such as rocks or thorny vines, so you'll want to pay extra careful attention to these and ensure to utilize them on your mission. You can also acquire various gadgets which serve more as passive abilities and unlocks rather than items you'll trigger manually. Exploration is heavily encouraged as there's secrets tucked away into every nook and cranny, rewarding you with upgrades, extra currency, and occasionally even golden idols. There are 20 total golden idols hidden throughout the game, with the rewards for collecting these definitely being worth the effort it takes to find them. The game consists of 4 main biomes, with each having subsections clearly labeled at the top of your map. The map system in Jett Rider does a great job of showing you the important information for each area, as well as filling in the areas as you explore so that you can keep proper tabs on where to go and where you've been. Having an in-game map that supplies the player with all the important information you could possibly ask for means you'll never feel lost in its many large environments. It does its job of keeping you on the right track. You will also eventually unlock some fast travel locations, and while you can't fast travel to every biome subsection directly, they are placed in a way to truly cut down on unnecessary backtracking, which I certainly appreciated. You can partake in some side activities and optional boss fights, in addition to the many boss fights the main story progression will task you with battling. So there are a lot of fun things to do on planet Gravos. with the exception of a few boss fights being similar in nature as a result of them intentionally getting progressively harder with each battle. The rest of the boss fights all feel unique and different from one another. Bringing in a good loadout and recognizing enemy attack patterns will be pivotal to you coming out of each one triumphant. Jett Rider has a challenging but fair level of difficulty. It seems to ramp up at a nice pace to not ever feel overwhelming, but there are some instances of tricky areas to traverse and one-hit deaths that might cause some minor frustrations. If you ever feel yourself struggling, grinding enemies for XP and currency is an option, as well as being able to backtrack to look for missed secrets and upgrades, but this was never something I needed to do in order to proceed. The option is there though for players that might feel a bit overwhelmed. Leveling up Jett results in an increase in your stats, and those can be viewed on the left side of the map screen. Jett Rider has some nice homages to pop culture and classic arcade games. If those are things you appreciate and enjoy like I do, then those little Easter eggs are sure to make you smile. The art style is really varied and appealing to look at. It even has some different filter options if you don't like the default pixel look. And the music. Oh man, I haven't talked about the music yet. Most tracks are used a few times each for different areas, but the music that's here is really, really good. Take a listen to this. This was probably my favorite track in the game. In case you haven't been able to tell yet, I really enjoyed playing through Jett Rider. Reduce, reuse, and blast it off! It checked all the boxes for what makes a game fun. I can feel the love that the development team poured into this one while creating it. Great graphical style with varied environments, really good music, fun gameplay with a wide variety of enemies and bosses to fight, plenty of different weapons and gadgets to unlock, upgrades to purchase and collect, well-designed map and individual levels, and last but not least, a funny, overly goofy, doesn't take itself seriously story. Just across the board, Jett Rider did everything I could possibly want from a 2D action-adventure game. It manages to bring a lot of elements from different genres into one complete and very fun package. I highly recommend playing through Jett Rider. Depending on the coverage this gets, I can easily see this landing on an indie gems list in the future if it slips under the radar. Pick it up on whichever platform you have available and have a blast with it. If you decide to play this though, make sure you don't forget to recycle. Thank you for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, comment below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, as I cover a lot of different indie games on my channel. I hope to see you on my next video, but until then, have a good one.